New Year everyone, it's 2022 and I hope it's going to be a fabulous year for each and every one of us. Melrose here and I'm going to do a review of a campsite that I visited over the Christmas period. The campsite is called Brighouse Bay and it's in the Dumfries and Galloway area of the southwest of Scotland. I live about 2 hours south of Scotland, so it wasn't that far to go. Up the M6, along the A75, through Dumfries and Galloway, and I think it was just on the outskirts of Castle Douglas. From there on, the roads do get a little bit more narrow. They are well signposted to the actual campsite itself, and there are passing places, but if you are in a large van like we are, or towing a caravan, I think it could be quite tricky, especially in the summertime. It was great for us. It was winter, so there wasn't that much traffic on the roads, but I would give yourself plenty of time if you are travelling in a high peak time to get there. When we first arrived at the campsite, the receptionist allocated us a space in a quiet wooded area, yet you're still quite close to all the amenities. Now, in the UK, there's the 4 devolved nations, of which Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and England, and we all have our different restrictions. So when we did arrive, we did know that Scotland had greater restrictions due to the pandemic than they were taking place in England. Therefore, we were really surprised to find that some of the amenities were open, like the shower cubicles and the toilets. We were honestly expecting them to be closed. Things like the Clubhouse were also open, so we were also able to get a meal there and drinks if we wanted to. We chose to do a takeaway. We did have a drink in the bar area, but to be on the safe side, we decided that we would have a takeaway instead of sitting meal and take it back to our van. So what amenities are available to you? When you first go onto the campsite itself, there's a little shop next to the reception area. Now that was closed while we were there, and that's probably because it's off season and we're in the middle of a pandemic. However, I'm pretty sure if you needed anything from the shop, the receptionist would have been more than happy to get it for you. You then drive onto the campsite itself, and the first building you come to is a beautiful shower and toilet block with an indoor dishwashing facility in there. That was really nice because most of the places that we've been to, the dishwashing area is actually outside or exposed to the elements. So it was really nice that it was inside and really super clean as well. The shower, considering it was South Scotland, bad weather, wooded area, muddy, it was beautiful and clean. I mean, the floors were just lovely. So that was great. Toilets, super clean as well. And also within the toilet shower area, there was also a hairdryer on the wall as well. So everything catered for there. There was also a laundrette on site that was open as well. In the heart of the campsite, there is a clubhouse, which also has a swimming pool that was open, which we were really surprised about, and things like saunas and steam rooms, etc., which were closed because of the pandemic, which was no surprise. Within the clubhouse, there is a bar and an eating area, and you can also have takeaway food as well. So you don't have to eat in if you don't want to. They do package it up, and so you can take it back to your caravan or van. Right next to the clubhouse, there is a golf course which overlooks the Irish Sea, and there's also mountain biking and pony trekking available as well. If, like us, you just wanted to have a really quiet time, relaxing and just going for a few walks, there's plenty of places to walk actually on the campsite itself. There's a really lovely pond area with some swans and birds on it, and then there's lots of little wooded walks. Then there's quite a largish wood that you can walk through, and that leads you down to Brighouse Bay itself, which is a really lovely small quiet bay. Now I was really surprised just how quiet that was, because there was plenty of people still stopping on the campsite, people who stay there permanently and or have their caravans there and were up for Christmas. So plenty of people were still around. The bay itself was really quiet. There's a little rocky area and then it leads to a little sandy beach part of the bay. And it was absolutely great to go down there with Roscoe, our dog, and he had such a fantastic time, and we were chasing waves and it was just so lovely to be down there pretty much on our own. Yeah, there was the odd few dog walkers, but that was it. You know, it was really quiet, and it was just, we spent a lot of the time that we were there down on that beach, and it was lovely. So in summary, it's a very easy campsite to get to, certainly for the main part. Like I said, it's a little bit tricky to get to towards the back end, but that's probably the maximum of about 3 miles into the actual place where the campsite is itself. It's very well signposted. The reception and the staff that we came across couldn't do more for you, really lovely and friendly. There was a lot of restrictions in place in Scotland, more so than in England. So we were really surprised just how accommodating they were and the facilities that were still open. It's really quiet at night, and you also have a light pollution policy in place, which means that they don't have the lights on at night around the campsite, or there's very few lights that are actually on around the campsite. So that is one thing to take into consideration. You will need to obviously have a torch if you need to go anywhere in the evenings, especially if you're going up in the winter when it starts to get dark early. Really quiet. Never been there in the summertime. I can imagine that it would get very, very busy, in particular at high peak time. And so I'm not really quite sure how quiet and how relaxing that would be. But if you're just wanting to get away and for a time relaxation while it is quiet, certainly off peak is a really good time to go. So would I go again? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I'm hoping to go back up there in March, and we're going to take some cameras and go around the area and do some photography for a few days, because there was just so many great things to see and to photograph. So I'll be doing a video of that then, so look out for that then. Hope this has been useful. If you liked it, please press like, subscribe, and also press the bell notification so that you know when I'm uploading the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.